Welcome to Brave Tarot. Today's reading includes a meditation because Spirit wants to share with you a signal or a frequency that is going to pour through with my voice. So as you listen to this reading, I encourage you to take a seat and get comfortable, and let's begin with a few breaths together. So breathing in and out, breathing in and out, and in and out. And if it feels comfortable for you to close your eyes, sink your awareness down into your heart and to notice what arises in your thought space and in your body as I speak, and in the silences, because the silences contain information as well. So today I have another reading about patience. I'm being given lots of different images. The first one is of a little boy wanting to grow taller and stronger before his body is ready. The next one of somebody wanting to drive through roadworks on a road that isn't dry yet. And finally, somebody trying to build a piñata or a paper mache object faster than the first layers have dried. And all of these messages point to foundations, solidity, and the tiny difference between a single evening of waiting and rushing ahead only to find yourself back at the beginning because you didn't wait long enough. The next image I'm given is the precursor to crossing the road once the roadworks are ready. So what do you do in the time if you're forced to wait? You look at the map and you understand where you're going to be heading once you get back on the road. And in the case of the little boy who isn't growing bigger and stronger yet, he is slowly nourishing his body and learning about what he's going to do when he gets bigger and he's allowed to lift weights. There's something about clarifying the path ahead and enjoying the part of the process that you're in. Though it's cliched, there is a sense that if you don't embrace where you are right now, you're going to end up missing it one day. And there's something to be said about the pleasure that you're finding inside of this pause that you might not even have noticed yet because you haven't given it a chance. But in this moment, and this is a moment where the signal is feeling very strong meditatively, so just drop into the body and feel the weight of your hips and your heart. Allow yourself to relax 10% more. And allow your body to show you the ways in which you are enjoying this phase of waiting that you're in, but you haven't been allowing yourself to notice that. This might even give you an indication of why the pause is actually happening, because it's even possible that in some subconscious part of your mind, you're even enjoying this phase more than the one you suspect is coming. Perhaps your body and mind are delaying the events to come because there are some layers of deep rest, readjustment, subconscious realignment, and seasonal change that are occurring on a very deep level. And now's the time to ask yourself why. Why do you truly feel so impatient to get to the next level? And do you think that if you arrive there, you might carry this anxiousness with you? And maybe that's a part of why the changes aren't happening yet. There's a peaceful sensation of an earthly rhythm and a rhythm of consistency. Perhaps you're a person that operates in big explosive or impulsive bursts of action, and then a pullback where you have to relax. And the next stage of your life is asking you for steadiness. Perhaps on your way so far on the road, prior to reaching these roadworks, you were driving purely by impulse or following the signs on the road. And now it's a time where you need to sit down with the road map and truly understand where it is you're going before you start to act. There's something that is fundamentally changing in your body's cycle, and it's in a way that is more consistent and reliable. And these are changes that are going to last. So if it feels right now, I'm being guided to ask you one question, a question that might settle your heart and mind. And this question is, how long shall you wait? And if you receive a number, an amount of time, this is the time that you're being encouraged to use to completely surrender to the discomfort that arises when you are forced to wait. See how much of that surrender begins to become peace and active awareness of how pleasurable this waiting period actually is for you on some level. Begin to lean into the peace and the pleasure. Notice how it feels in your body to have this time. In what ways does it feel like a relief? And notice how contrarily in this stillness, thoughts arise that are protesting, urging you to act. But they might be impulses that want to fall away. Like in a previous reading, how I was mentioning, the impulse to spend will allocate itself to any item, and if you wait long enough, that item will change, and you'll notice that the impulse stays the same, but the item is different. And that means it has nothing to do with your desire for the item. It's a desire to quell this urge or this impulse to spend for whatever reason. Notice where such impulses arise in this waiting place. This is a time where your muscles are growing. This is a time where the road ahead is sealing for your safety. And anything that was going to make you slip is consolidating or falling away. Notice how Spirit wants to show you a deep emanation of peace in your torso, in your chest, in your ribs, where you have all the time in the world. Time stretches out. You are in your native rhythm, and this is how the future is going to feel. So allow yourself to notice this physical sensation of trust. Trust is a feeling in the body, not a mental concept. Take a screenshot in your mind of this physical sensation of trust. And let everything else go. Pouring whatever's not sitting right in your body into the earth and allowing yourself to be free. If you've made it all this way, congratulate yourself for your patience and bring about a feeling of gratitude because you are on the right path. And Spirit is grateful that you've been here today. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If you enjoyed this, you may like to purchase a one-to-one reading in the link in my description below. Be brave, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading.